Here we go. So again, I'm going to be seated and you're going to be laying on your back exactly in this position, but laying on your back, okay? Yes, close down the eyes, and I'm just going to allow Jenny to bring us in with her beautiful sounds here while you find your breath. And as your eyes are closed and your heart is open, take a moment to just breathe deeply. So deeply that your shoulders roll back into your mat and your chest opens up to the heavens. And be in a space that knowing in order to true up, we need to settle into exactly where we are. So as you lay here and what I like to say, get right with yourself. Take a few moments to just scan the body, to notice what is. And the words that I would like to start you out with today come from one of my favorite books, Perfectly Imperfect by Baron Baptiste. It's titled, Be Where You Are. We live in a world that teaches the importance of ambition, efficiency, expediency, getting things done to produce the quickest results. It does not teach or encourage us to relax and just be where we are. In fact, if we are not crazy active and doing a million different things, we get labeled as lazy or unambitious. As a culture, we are uber active, always trying to reach somewhere. The irony is that for the most part, nobody knows exactly where they are trying to reach. We're obsessed with trying to go better and faster to get there without really knowing exactly where there is. So in this moment, just be there. You know, in Costa Rica, you hear that Pura Vida, living vibrantly, living with ease. No rush, no hustle, just being in your space. And as you lay here in that posture, take a few deep breaths in. Take a deep breath in through your nose. And then open your mouth and let it go and make a sound. Let's do that again. Breathe in, fill up. Open your mouth, sigh it out. Yeah, and for the sake of truing up, let's do it one more time. Breathe in. Open your mouth, let it go this time again. With eyes still closed, take your fingertips to the outside of your thighs and just assist those legs coming in toward one another, knees touching, feet to the ground. And then shift over onto your right hip, letting both knees fall down, and create a pillow with your bottom arm, infant pose. And then try to put that forehead down and just welcome in and connect with Mother Earth.
allow that top arm just to wrap behind your back and just settle here for a moment. And perhaps it's taking a moment of gratitude. Get soft in your face, unclench your jaw, and just be here. Take notice to what's coming up. Are you finding resistance even in your hips as you lay in this restorative posture? Let your knees just connect and let your belly be soft. And when you're ready, take that top arm, that left arm, and press yourself up to seated. And again, trying to keep the eyes closed. Bring yourself to a comfortable seated position, whether that's seated cross-legged or whatever serves you today. Sit up nice and tall from the base of your spine to the base of your neck to the crown of your head, and place your hands on tops of your knees, and you get to choose whether it's palms up to receive or palms down for grounding. Gently close the eyes and choose to look into your mind's eye, the third eye between your eyebrows. Notice a light or even a visual scene, and just be with it right here. And as you draw your hands to heart center, thumbs right at your chest, gently lower the chin down and take a moment to be with yourself, to true up. What is it that you need to get real honest with yourself about? And when you're ready, release the hands to the tops of your knees and just flutter the eyes open, and welcome to your practice today. Go ahead and switch the cross of your legs if you're in seated cross-leg. And now we'll take a wide-eyed, open-eyed meditation, just a moment to settle here. And take your eye gaze out in front and soften your face. And just look to a point. And as you sit here with your eyes to a point and fixed, bring in the Ujjayi breath here, just to give us some structure to our breath by breathing in through our nose, fill up. And empty out through the nose as that breath seeps down the back of the throat, the calming breath, yes. And try to make the exhale a little longer than the inhale. Maybe you create a mudra with taking your thumb to your pointer finger to create a energy, a connection. And just be an inquiry of yourself, notice. Again, as I spoke earlier, we're going to invite in a little fluidity. So as you reach your hands down to the ground in front of you, extend them right out from your knees. Yeah, bird cage those hands. And I want you to just rock side to side. So slightly lean forward. Yeah, and just rock side to side. And take your eye gaze down in front of you, like out in front, not straight down. So your body is on this like little sliding board from the crown of your head, so like the back of your head, back of your skull, to your cervical spine, all the way down to your tailbone, and your eye gaze is just out in front with no strain in the neck. And then as you continue to sway side to side, begin to reach those arms out right in front like you're crawling. Draw your navel in and then just keep crawling out to your point of resistance. Eyes still out in front, and keep a flat back here. Bird caging those hands, so like little claws, yeah. And then push back into your seat. And then as you allow the palms to come down to the ground, allow yourself to curl forward. Allow your spine to round and bow into this pose of surrender. Get deep into the breath and send it into your back body. And allow the flexion of the spine to just relax. With your next breath in, you're going to crawl those hands over to your right side. So framing the right knee with your right and left arms extended out. Now, inch those left fingertips out a little further than the right, and then push the left knee down and get into the left hip, and then surrender here, and feel the stretch even under the armpit, even in that left hip. Yeah, and then just bow deeply. Be where you are. Find acceptance in that space. Maybe your forehead is resting on your right knee, or maybe you have a block. Whatever works. Take a deep breath in, and again with that fluidity, come to your center, and then let's go to the other side, framing the left knee. And then reach those right fingertips out a little further than the left. Sit back into your right hip. Press the right hip down, and then lengthen and just settle in and breathe. Soften the left arm. You can even let that elbow touch down as you reach actively out through the right. Stretch in that right side body. And let your head just be heavy. Deep breath in, and as you walk those hands back to center, slowly walk them back towards your feet. Draw your navel and tuck your chin and curl back. So create a C curve with that body. Slowly come up. Chin is tucked. Hands will come to the tops of the knees. Palms up. Slowly, slowly, slowly till your chin comes to the horizon. Now, as we unfold those legs, place the soles of the feet on the floor a little wider than hip distance, and because we were there for a little bit, let's windshield wiper those knees side to side. So fingertips are behind you, facing the wall behind you. Lean back and just ease in, and maybe you settle for a moment over onto your right side. So let those knees just shift. Yeah. Feel that length and that stretch in the left hip and maybe IT band. Flex the feet and make them very active. Open the chest. Take a deep breath in, and then as you come back to center with your knees, go over to the left and do the same thing. Feeling the length and the stretch in the right hip and the right IT band. Yes. And then come back to your center and readjust and sit up nice and tall. And then turn your toes out and feet wide. Sit up through your spine and lift your chest as you take both hands, one on the right ankle, one on the left. Push your elbows into your knees and lift your chest up. Now, shoulders down. Relax, close your eyes here. We're going to settle here for just a few moments. Open your heart. We are funny humans. We keep looking to get anywhere other than right here where we are. Being where you are at times is a scary place, and it is for most. Can you be where you are and not feel anxious, worried? Can you go to this scary place called right here where you are and not meddle or interfere or need to fix anything? Just be. On your mat is the opportunity to be where you are totally, intimately, and wholeheartedly, and from a space that allows you to move from one place to the other and allowing the next possibility to arise. As you slowly begin to allow your back to curl, sink back, gaze down to your center, curling the spine. Now take a deep breath in and lift up. This is like a wide kneed cat-cow. Push, elbows into the knees. Yeah. Now cat pose. Exhale. Let it out. Inhale, scoop through, rise up, chest up. Now I want you to keep moving through a little bit. Tuck the chin in your cat. And just let yourself move. Yeah. We'll do a few more just like this. And then find yourself upright again, and as you heel toe the feet in, connect those inner soles together and knees are connected, and pull them in a little closer to your chest and then wrap one arm around the front of your knees so that left elbow is inside the left nook of your left elbow, and then grab the other one so you're holding opposite elbows. Now lift up and bring the chest up and over, and then I want you to curl into the smallest ball possible. Take your nose or your chin or your forehead to the tops of your knees and just be. Relax the face, relax the shoulders, allow them to press down and really expand and press those shoulder blades apart. Yeah, draw your belly in to create space. And then as you lift your head and your heart, whether you grab to the fronts of your knees or underneath, let's get playful for a moment. Gigi, watch it, sister. And I want you to begin to rock, using no momentum, and feel the cracks and the pops of your spine. Yeah. Allow yourself to be playful. And if this is uncomfortable, just lay on your back and hug your knees in. Let's do a few more. And we're going to meet back up in the same position we started. Take a deep breath in and then scoot your bottom back to create space. Yeah, so we're just opening up a little bit. Take a deep breath in and bring your hands to heart center, thumbs at your chest. And now I want you to take your left hand behind you, fingertips towards the wall. Right arm extends so that elbow is on the outside of that left knee. Now lift up through the heart, pressing your right elbow into the outside of your left knee, and then rotate and look over that left shoulder. Now if it's more comfortable, you can extend the right leg out and just be with it. And where can you find ease? Are you creating your own resistance in this pose? Soften and lift up through the ribs, and with each breath, try to roll that left shoulder back even more. And maybe take your eye gaze down to that left corner of your mat. Now, as you gently unwind slowly, place both hands on the floor beside you, fingertips towards your feet, and then take the left ankle and cross it behind the right knee. And then lean back and pull your right foot in. This is your seated pigeon. And then reverse the hands, fingertips behind you. Yeah. You can also do this laying back on your spine. Flexing that left foot. Yes, thank you, Jenny. I love it. That's why we're the dynamic duo. Yeah, and really think about pushing that left knee away from your front line of your body. And then for the sake of fluidity, maybe you stay and rock side to side. Or another option is three-legged tabletop, which means you're going to push through the grounded right foot on the floor. Lift your hips up, Press the left knee down, open your chest to the ceiling, shoulders roll back, head drops back. And then you lower down. Tap your bottom to the floor and rise back up. And let's just do a few of those. And remember, are you being exactly where you need to be? Yeah, and that means you have choice. Yeah. Add your breath with the movement. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, lower down. Let's do one more. And then come back into that seated pigeon. Yeah. Fingertips turn back towards the front, towards your toes. And then slide your bottom back to release the top leg. Relax the shoulders. And then let's windshield wiper those legs again. Yeah, just take a few gentle movements here. Awesome. Again, connecting those arches of your feet and your knees. Sit up nice and tall. Yeah. Take your right arm behind your body, fingertips towards the back wall. Left elbow comes to the outside of the right knee. Now lift up tall and rotate through your torso. Again, if you want to extend the left leg out, feel free to do so. Lift up. So now you can see a view from the other side. And I take my eye gaze down to not strain my neck. And with each breath, I revolve a little bit deeper. Soften the elbow of the back arm. Roll the right shoulder down and back. Flexing and making that left foot active if it's extended outward. And then slowly unrevolve and come back to your center. Fingertips towards your toes, palms on the ground beside your hips. And then take the right ankle behind the left knee. Sit up nice and tall as you slide the left foot in so the sole of the foot is on the ground. Take your fingertips to the wall behind you. Lift your heart, seated pigeon. Flex your top foot, press the right knee away, soften the elbows and open the chest and roll the shoulders back. Again, you can do this lying down. For those of you who perhaps have pigeon is tough, where the front leg is in alignment with the front line of your mat and your back leg is extended, this is an option. And then maybe you begin to just rock and roll side to side. Or reverse those hands again, fingertips towards your toes. And three-legged tabletop lift up. Roll the shoulders back. And take 5 fluid attempts at this. Squeezing the glutes, getting those hips high. Yeah. Grounding and pushing through the grounded foot. Shoulders roll back. If you're like me, I have very tight shoulders, so this is something that I've actually been working on. It's all those years of weight training. And once you've found your 5 settled in, yeah, and then again turning your hands, fingertips to the back of the room. Slowly push through your left foot. Take your bottom back and uncross. And then lengthen those legs out in front. Shake them out. Yeah, and then remove all of the stuff underneath. So like pull out your bottom from underneath. We all got it. Flex your toes back to your nose. Reach up, inhale. And maybe you need to put a slight bend in the knees, and that's so okay. Whenever you need to be able to fold forward and actually grab the outer edges of your feet. So whatever you need, bend the knees to get there. Yes. Now, pull like you're pulling your feet back towards you and lift your heart towards your toes. Yeah. Take a deep breath in. Feel that stretch and lengthening in your low back, and then bend the elbows and release the tension of pulling on your feet and just fold and be where you are. And breathe. And maybe you let go of the feet and just allow the arms to surrender with palms up by the sides of your legs, drawing your navel in. And then, as we roll up one vertebrae at a time, drag your knuckles back the sidelines of your body, tuck the chin and roll up one vertebrae at a time. Really emphasize rolling the shoulders back and down. Hands press firmly into the floor beside your hips and sit tall and proud. Now as we bend our knees towards our chest, cross right ankle over the left as you rock forward and find tabletop. Yeah. Shifting the hips side to side, spreading those knuckles, all 10 knuckles, the backs of those knuckles pressing firmly down. Now, look at your knees and then take them out really wide to the edges of your mat. Connect your big toes. And then begin to sit your bottom back onto your heels as you stretch your arms forward. This is pose of the child, child's pose. Wrap the elbows in and then just surrender here. And we're going to be here for about 3 minutes. Practicing that truing up, that being here, now. And right now you might be thinking, well, of course I want to get somewhere. I don't want to just be stuck where I am. I want to do the work and get someplace new in my practice, new in my life. And yes, of course, you and I and all of society are wired to work and get results. And we know how to do that. We have that mentality of don't wish for it, work for it. Yet, at times, our workaholic society, we don't have any counterbalance. We don't have access to our ability to be just where we are as we are. There is one word that sums up our ability to be where we are. Relax. Most of us haven't learned how to relax with what is. So be here. Relax with what is. few more moments here and take these moments to really get true with your breath. And I, of course, am not telling you to not do the work or to just hang out in child's pose. I'm telling you to know where you are. I'm asking you to allow yourself to embrace the space to relax with yourself and be where you are wholeheartedly and see what arises from that. Consider that you can only really exceed yourself if you can first relax with yourself. To relax right where you are, on the mat, in the pose, and in your life. And as you slowly walk your hands back before you pick up your forehead, place those hands right beside your face and then slowly begin to push your forehead away from the ground. And as you do that, slide your knees back in and find that tabletop position again where the knees go right underneath the hips, hands underneath the shoulders, and then tuck both sets of toes under. Sit back slightly so that you can launch your right foot forward up between your hands. Yeah. Now your front foot is out a little further, and then take your left knee back just a little bit, not too much. Now lift your heart here and set your eye gaze out in front. Whether you tuck the back toes under to engage that back leg or set them free, bring your right hand to the inside of your right foot and left palm goes down as well. Now, inch that right foot out, maybe to the edge of your mat, and then that right hand comes to the inside. Now, allow the right foot to spread open to the outer line, the outer edge of your right foot so that the sole of your foot is facing your right hand. That right knee opens to the side. Whether, again, your toes are tucked or they're just relaxed down, be here. Soften the elbows, and if you choose, come down onto your elbows here into your number 11 with your arms. Maybe you use a block or wherever you find spaciousness to just be. Let your head be heavy. Take a look at your back knee and make sure that it's in alignment with your left hip, and then that knee is in alignment with your back foot. You should not be able to see that back foot at all. And if being on the outer edge of your right foot bothers you, just come to a flat foot. It's okay. And if you'd like to take this one step further, push yourself back up to your hands just for a moment. Bend your left knee, gaze back, and catch your left foot with your right hand. Now, maybe you stay up on that left hand or come back down to your elbow. Now, open your right shoulder up to the ceiling and then lean back and maybe arch in your back and feel that stretch in that left quad, that left hip flexor. Again, choosing what works for you. It's part of truing up. Allow that left hip to sink a little bit to get into your stretch. And we're just here for 2 breaths. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out. Slowly release the foot. Come back down, both elbows on the floor, to push up to both hands on the floor. Allow that right foot to roll back flat. Yes, tuck your back toes under if they're not already there, and then push back and send the right knee back in alignment and find your tabletop. Take a few moments, yes, to sway side to side, to notice the difference. Maybe do some little hip circles where you sit back and over onto your left heel and swirl forward and then over to the other side. It's like you're creating a rainbow with your body. Whatever works. It's your own dance. Doesn't have to be like mine. It's that fluidity we talked about that I was going to add in today. And then come back to that tabletop. Tuck the toes under. Launch back. And then send the left foot forward. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Tuck your toes under to push that right knee back slightly. Yes. Now, look up. Maybe you're on the tips of your fingers to lift your chest upward. Eye gaze to a point in front of you. Yeah. Take a deep breath in as you begin to inch the left foot out to the outer edge of your mat or close to. Left hand comes to the inside of the left arch. Right hand in alignment. Yeah, create space. Allow that foot to roll open to the outer edge of the left foot. Knee rolls open as well. Maybe relax the back toes down. Soften the elbows and shine your heart forward. And if you would like, come down to those Sphinx arms, number 11. Yeah, elbows, and then just be with it. Take a look back, and again, correct your alignment with your back knee and your foot. And then take your eye gaze up between your hands and breathe. Soften your belly and allow those hips to sink. Now, are your shoulders up by your ears like I just noticed mine are? And that's the importance of knowing where you are. Roll the shoulders back and then spread the upper back apart. Yeah, and now if you want to come back up to the hands and catch the back foot with your left hand. I like to grab the inside of my foot here. And whether you stay up on the hand or just gently inch your fingers out so that you can come onto your elbow, which is right in alignment with your shoulder, and then spin open, gaze up. Now, if you arch back, you're going to feel a little bit more in that hip flexor and quad. Roll the left shoulder back. If having the eye gaze up is troublesome to your neck, just take it to a space that feels good. Continuing to arch back, squeezing that right butt cheek for protection, and then slowly let go. Both elbows come back to the ground, and take a deep breath as you press up. Yeah, into the hands, roll the foot flat. Tuck your back toes so that you can use some of the strength from the back leg to bring that left leg back in alignment. Yeah. All right, take that little dance with yourself, whatever that looks like, whatever it feels like. And that's what's so awesome about yoga. Like, you need to pretend like you're the only person in the room. And you may be the only person in the room right now. So take full advantage. And then again, bring both knees in so that they touch, and then cross left ankle over the right and push yourself back onto your bottom. And if you need to scooch yourself up to the front of your mat, do so. And we're going to just do those little rocks and rolls again. feel the spine. And then take a moment and land on your back, knees still tucked in. Give them a great big hug, and then this time, a gentle rock side to side. And then keep a hold of the left knee as you extend the right leg out and lower it slowly to the ground with a flexed foot. Yes. And then take your right hand out to the outer side of your left knee. Left arm goes out to the side, and let's take a twist here, pulling the left leg over to your right. And then turn your head so that your left ear is towards the ground. Make that right leg active, and then just settle in here for a moment. And breathe, and with each breath, draw that left knee down and engage in that twist and really reach out through that bottom right leg. Try to get that left shoulder down. Settle in here. Take a deep breath in, and as you bring yourself back to center, again, hug both knees and gently rock side to side. Yeah. Keep hold of the right knee and extend the left leg up, and then gently lower it to the ground using your core. And take the left hand to the outside of the right knee as the right arm goes out to a T, so your half T, and then pull your right leg over to the left, and take your right ear to the ground, and then really activate and pull through and stretch through the left foot. And staying with it, settle in with your breath. And as you roll back to center, pull both knees in again and gently rock side to side. And I extend an invitation for you to take whatever movements or postures allow you to be in your own body. Do those now. Take a few moments. These moments before we meet back in our Supta Baddha Konasana, the posture in which we started in. And once you feel complete, place the soles of your feet together and open up your knees and let them fall out to the sides, and then allow your arms just to be restful out with palms up. And again, my readings today and a lot of my words have come from Perfectly Imperfect, and as I close with you here, it's a clear acknowledgement and acceptance of what is. It's what reveals ground zero for growth. You know, we are not wired and have not been trained to do that in the modern world. So acknowledging the raw truth, truing up of where you are is revolutionary. That revolution disrupts the complacency or overdrive in your practice and in your life and puts you on track to a new creation. So as you lay here, and whether you choose to end our practice today right here as you are, or extend your legs out in Shavasana, you get to choose. This is exactly where we will end our practice today. Laying on our backs, just being, and we will be here until the video shuts off. Settle in and find your breath. I believe we have about 6 minutes, which is a lovely time to be still and for you to connect. Be where you are. Whatever thoughts or whatever is showing up for you, just be with them. Don't try to fix it. Don't try to push it out. Be with it. And just take a few moments here and just bring a little bit of life back into the body by just wiggling the fingers and toes. And now choose the left side of your body to roll over to and find that infant pose right there. Take a moment to pause, to be grateful, and then use that right arm to push you up to join me in seated. Eyes closed, palms up on the tops of the knees or palms down, whichever you choose. And as you close down, remember at the beginning that we took a moment to look through our mind's eye, our third eye between our eyebrows. Go there again. Can you see from a space of clarity, a space of being? And as you draw your hands to heart center, thumbs touching, gently float them up between your eyebrows to that mind's eye for right thought. to your lips for right speech, to your heart for right intention. And may you remember to constantly be in a space of notice, to true up, to allow yourself to be here. Namaste. Thank you, everyone. I am going to do my very best to tape live from here again next week, even though Jenny and I will be live in person at Virasana. So you should see, if you could see like my little setup I've got going on here, you would crack up. So love to you all. Hashtag we love you here at Virasana, and we're so excited to have those of you who live with us here in community with us in community. Love you, Jenny.
Love you too. See you guys.
See you.